So this video we're going to start talking about money because we are starting to get into the financial unit. And the first thing we're going to talk about is income and the types of income you can have. And I don't mean like types of income meaning your main job and a side hustle. I mean like how you get paid. So there are three basic ways you can get paid. The first is a salary, and that's just they say, okay, well, I'm going to pay you, or your employer says, I'm going to pay you this much per year, and that's what you get. So like teachers are on salary, sometimes doctors, it depends, sometimes engineers, it just kind of depends. Teachers definitely. So they give you a yearly rate, and it doesn't matter how many hours you work over like full time or whatever, you still get paid the same. So like, a full-time work week is 40 hours. So let's say you work 40 hours a week, but then let's say you have projects going and you end up working like 50 hours a week. Most of the time, if it's a salary, your income doesn't change. It's just you get that much per year, and that's all you get. Now, there are special circumstances. Some companies will say, well, if you do this thing extra, we'll give you this much per hour, something like that. But generally, it's just a flat rate. That's what you get. The next one is hourly, and it's just what it says. It's you get paid by the hour. So money per hour. So if you work 40 hours a week, you get 40 times your rate. If you work 50, you get 50 times your rate. So that goes up. And some hourly jobs are eligible for overtime. So if you work more than 40 hours a week, you get like time and a half. Certain jobs, you're not eligible. Generally, so there's like a whole big thing. It's like a federal regulation. So if the job that you're doing requires a specific degree, so like lawyers, engineers, doctors, if they do overtime, they don't get time and a half. They're called exempt, and they normally just get their straight up hourly rate. But there are some exceptions to that too. Then the third way you can get paid is by commission. So commission is basically for salespeople like real estate agents or car salespeople. So that's whatever you sell, you get a part of that. So your commission might be 6%, or your commission might be 10%. So if you're a real estate agent getting 10%, if you sell a $100,000 house, then you get paid $10,000. So you're paid based on sales. You're paid percent of sales. Okay, so when we're looking at job offers, sometimes you get several different types of job offers, and you have to be able to figure out how much you're actually making so that you can compare the different types of jobs and see how much you're going to actually make. So that's what we're going to do now. So a lot of times the best way to compare jobs is by their monthly income. So let's say you got 3 different job offers. Let's say the first one pays $58,000 a year. Well, if I want to know what my monthly is, there are 12 months per year. So 12 months for every 1 year, right? So all I do is I take my $58,000 and I divide that by 12. So that would give me $4,833.33 per month. So I'm going to put monthly. Okay, so this is a little bit misleading. So when they tell you what you're going to be making, this is all before taxes. So if you're making $4,800 a month, you're not actually taking home $4,800 a month. That's $4,800 before all the other stuff comes out. So this is before your insurance comes out, before your taxes come out, Social Security, all that. So what your potential employer says you're going to make is not exactly like it's what you make according to the government, but it's not what you make according to your bank account, right? Okay, so your $58,000 a year job before taxes and everything gives you like $4,833 a month. So now let's say you got a different job offer, but they want to pay you hourly, and let's say they're offering you $30 an hour. Well, I don't know how to compare 38 and monthly, right? And so the easiest way we're going to do that, because the monthly, months vary by how many days they have. Some months have 28, some have 30, some have 31. Some, because of the way the days fall, sometimes they have more weekends. So the easiest way is to turn this into a yearly thing first and then divide it by 12. So what we're going to do, so full-time is 40 hours a week. I'm going to put that down here. Full-time equals 40 hours. Now that's here in the U.S. Some places have different amounts. Some places in Europe, I think, have like 35 or 37 hours per week. So ours is 40. So if it's 40 hours a week, then you have $30 per hour times 40 hours in 1 week. So that gives me $1,200 per week, right? And then there are 52 weeks in a year. I guess I should be doing this in pink. Let me put this a little smaller too. Okay, so there are 52 weeks in a year. So what I would do is I'd go, okay, 1,200 times 52. That gives me, so 1,200 times 52, that's 62,400 per year. So we can already see that you're making more with this job, right? But we'll go ahead and divide by 12. So that gives me $5,200 a month. Again, this is before taxes, before everything. Okay, so that's how we would figure it out for the hourly. And then for the commission, it's a little bit different. So like, let's say for the commission, you make a 6% commission. And say you're selling something, expensive or whatever. Let's say on average, you sell $100,000 worth of whatever, houses, cars, books, I don't know. Say you make $100,000 per month in sales. Then to figure out, and this is per month, to figure out how much you would actually make, what you do is you take your 6%. So 6% is really, that's 0.06, right? So 0.06. So I go 0.06 times $100,000 per month, and that's going to give me $6,000 a month. I don't need to change this to years and back to months again because I already have it in months. So then if I look at it, then, okay, so this one gives me 4,833. This one gives me $5,200 per month, and this gives me $6,000. Now there are some things you would take into account. Like, I'm not a very good salesperson, so I probably wouldn't want the commission job because probably I would probably not make $6,000 a month because my attitude is generally, oh, you don't want it? Oh, okay, well then I'm going to leave you alone, which doesn't really make a good salesperson. So I would probably go for the hourly. Because then, just at 40 hours a week, I'm already making $5,200, and chances are you're going to have opportunities to make more if you want to. So that's just how we figure out our base monthly salary for each of these.